The need for food spans across the whole state, and that's one of the many reasons why Food Bank of the Rockies partners with food banks across the state. Now, one of our very generous 9 Cares sponsors, Chevron, wanted to take a few minutes to focus on northern Colorado. With me now is Weston Edmonds from Weld Food Bank. Thank you for being here, Weston.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's get real. What have you seen in terms of the need for food in the past few months? Because we're getting honest with our audience. It's not been easy. Is that right?
No, it hasn't been easy, and I don't even want to say the last couple months, for the past few years.
Oh, really?
As we've seen SNAP benefits go away with the ending of COVID-era SNAP allocations,
Yeah.
we saw a huge spike in our emergency food requests, and that's continued. We serve about 1,700 people a day through that program, but then this last month when the SNAP funding froze,
Yeah.
we saw about 500 additional people a day. So we used to serve about 1,700 people in a week, and now we do that in a day. So
Oh
we're doing
my
a month's
gosh.
worth of work in a week.
Unbelievable.
So the need is very, very high.
Yeah, and that's why we're asking everybody to call in. Even if you have $1, $5, $10, the need here is so strong that that's what we're asking for. So as you said, you had additional need. How much additional food have you had to purchase to help keep up with that?
Yeah, in preparation for the funding freeze, we started to purchase additional food, and at this point, we've purchased about $850,000 additional dollars worth of food just to meet the increased need, and that's on top of our regular purchasing. We're anticipating to have spent about $3.5 million by the end of our fiscal year just to try to meet that need.
Unbelievable. That's insane. Okay, break that down for us in terms of cost.
Well, for the cost of that, as I said, about $3.5 million by the end of the year. We were anticipating about $2 million having spent on purchased food throughout the year. So that really does put a burden on our finances.
Yeah.
But incredibly, we've had a wonderful and generous community that's helped step up, not only in this temporary time, but even throughout the year. And we see that in food banks across the state.
Beautiful. All right, Weston, are you hearing phones? We need to hear more.
I'm
You're
hearing
them?
some phones.
Okay, we
need
love
more.
hearing that, but we also want to get more of you to call in because of these needs that we're trying to meet. You also have an emergency food and senior feeding program. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah, well, we facilitate it's a USDA program for seniors. They call it Everyday Eats here in Colorado, and it's a program that actually serves seniors across the state. That's one of our fastest growing populations, but one that often gets overlooked. But you don't think about these individuals who,
Right.
as the cost of living goes up for everybody, they're not able to go out and ask for a raise or get another job.
Right.
They're really stuck in their situation. So the senior program really makes sure that they have the food that they need to take
Yeah.
with their medication, and make sure that they can continue to thrive in life.
Because they need that protein, they need that to
do.
stay healthy.
Yeah.
I just want to ask Weston, you personally, what does this all mean to you? Have you been overwhelmed? You tell me, how do you feel about this year and what you're doing?
It's exhausting work. It always has been. I've been in food banking almost 12 years, but it's an exhaustion that gets me home and at the end of the day and feeling good about myself, because I know that my neighbors are really struggling. And as a father, thinking about having to tell my kids we don't have enough to eat,
Right.
or they have to go to bed without something in their stomachs, just drives me even more to make sure that other parents in my community and across the state don't have to make that difficult decision.
You have a very good heart, Weston.
Thank
You
you.
really do. This is unbelievable. We want to extend our gratitude to Chevron for all their support during the 9 Cares Colorado Shares food drive, and thank them for their incredible $50,000 donation. Learn more about what Chevron is doing in your community at chevron.com.